start with, let us define nanotechnology. Nanotechnology is a science, engineering, and technology that is conducted in the nanoscale, which is about 1 to 100 nanometers. Nanotechnology is the study and application of extremely small things that can be utilized in all the other fields of science, like in chemistry, biology, physics, natural science, and engineering. Now we know what nanotechnology is, let us now tackle how it started. Nanotechnology started with a talk titled "There's Plenty of Room at the Bottom" by a scientist named Richard Feynman, who is now known to be the father of nanotechnology. The talk commenced at the American Physical Society meeting at the California Institute of Technology on December 29, 1959. In the talk, Feynman described a process in which scientists would be able to manipulate and control individual atoms and molecules. Over a decade later, in his exploration of ultra-precision matching, Professor Norio Taniguchi created the term nanotechnology. However, it wasn't until 1981, with the development of the scanning microscope, that we could see individual atoms and that modern nanotechnology began.
With the use of nanotechnology, scientists hope to prevent illness, more quickly diagnose, control disease, and treat disease with fewer side effects, and create better medical aids such as more compatible prosthetics. Nanoparticles and surfaces made of nanostructures are used in many areas of healthcare research. Today, nanotechnology is widely used to improve targeted immune responses to the prevention and treatment of infectious and non-infectious diseases. Localized nanoimmunotherapy through the reduction of systemic toxicity improves the immunostimulatory molecules. Nanosafety researchers at the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health have developed a new intervention to fight infectious disease by more effectively disinfecting the air around us, our food, our hands, and whatever else harbors the microbes that make us sick. According to Democrito, infectious diseases are still emerging. Microorganisms are smarter than we thought and evolving new strains. It's a constant battle. And when I talk about infectious diseases, I'm mainly talking about airborne and foodborne diseases. For example, flu and tuberculosis are airborne diseases, respiratory diseases, which causes millions of deaths a year. Foodborne diseases also kill 500,000 people annually and cost our economy billions of dollars.
They use a nano-enabled platform developed at the center to create and deliver tiny, aerosolized water nanodroplets containing non-toxic, nature-inspired disinfectants wherever desired. Democritus said, "We have the tools to make these engineered nanomaterials, and in this particular case, we can take water and turn it into an engineered water nanoparticle which carries its deadly payload, primarily non-toxic, nature-inspired antimicrobials, and kills microorganisms on surfaces and in the air. These water nanoparticles have unique properties because of their small size and also contain reactive oxygen species. These are hydroxyl radicals, peroxides, and are similar to what nature uses in cells to kill pathogens. These nanoparticles, by design, also carry an electric charge which increases surface energy and reduces evaporation. That means these engineered nanostructures can remain suspended in air for hours. When the charge dissipates, they become water vapor and disappear.
Diabetes mellitus is characterized by increased thirst, excessive weight loss, excessive desire to eat, and increased urge for urination, thus resulting in abnormal increase in blood glucose level. Nanotechnology has provided more accurate information for diagnosing diabetes, and it has enhanced drug delivery to those areas which were unfavorable for macromolecule. Over the last few years, several methods have been proposed for non-invasive monitoring of blood glucose, and this can be made possible by nanotechnology. Various types of nanoparticles are currently studied for insulin delivery in diabetes treatment, such as polymeric biodegradable nanoparticles, polymeric micelles, ceramic nanoparticles, liposomes, and dendrimer. Nanotechnology has proven beneficial in treating diabetes by not only improving the catalytic properties of electrodes, but also by increasing the available surface area of the sensor receptor complex.
One of the illnesses that are increasingly recognized as one of the most prevalent disorders with a high burden to the patients, families, and society nowadays is a neurological disorder. Neurological disorders are medically defined as disorders that affect the brain as well as the nerves found throughout the human body and the spinal cord. A number of obstacles present substantial challenges when attempting to treat central nervous system disorders. Nanotechnology presents a potential solution to these problems. The scale of nano-engineered materials enables the structures to interact with biological substrates at a molecular level, providing these materials with the potential to effect change in biological systems in unprecedented ways. As such, nanotechnologies can be broadly applied in the diagnosis, imaging, and treatment of neurological disorders. With that, nanotechnology plays a vital role in treating this life-threatening disorder. So how does nanotechnology work? Further, the application of nanotechnology is effective for the delivery of drugs and small molecules across the blood-brain barrier to support the functional regeneration of neurons and to improve neuroprotective strategies, especially those using different forms of NPs. Together with recent advances to overcome these limitations by using nanotechnology have been discussed and developed.
Cancer is a real problem of our century and one of the leading causes of death, accounting for 1 of 8 deaths occurring worldwide. That is why the nanotechnology help in the treatment for cancer. Cancer therapies are currently limited to surgery, radiation, and chemotherapy. All 3 methods risk damage to normal tissues or incomplete eradication of the cancer. Nanotechnology offers the means to target chemotherapies directly and selectively to cancerous cells and neoplasms, guide in surgical resection of tumor, and enhance the therapeutic efficacy of radiation-based and other current treatment modalities. All of this can add up to a decreased risk to the patient and an increased probability of survival.
Cardiovascular diseases are one of the deadliest diseases of major concern. In addition to describing the anatomical features of the cardiovascular system, causes for the malfunctioning of heart, associated ailments, prevailing diagnostics and therapies, it brings out the role of nanoparticles and nanodevices for the early detection, diagnosis, even at molecular level, therapy including stem cell therapy, and monitoring of the treatment. The imaging capability of nanoparticles involves the construction of particles with the use of imaging contrast agents such as paramagnetic or superparamagnetic materials, metals or iron oxides for magnetic resonance or MR imaging, optically active compounds for optical imaging, or gases for ultrasonographic or US imaging.